Alright guys, welcome back. Let's continue watching our whale documentary. I was actually thinking maybe South Scrimshaw is a place. And that's where the whales are trying to go to, maybe?
This is a simplified map of the local ocean topography. The deep blue represents a fault line, the planetary scar where two tectonic plates meet. As with Earth, this land is a moving crust atop a globe of molten metal.
You're talking about this thing? Deep blue line? Oh, thanks for pointing to it.
The planet-shaping force of subduction pushed ground up above the sea.
The Chartreuse
Creating
Archipelago.
what is now named the Chartreuse Archipelago. The island chain runs for about 870 kilometers, drawing a ragged line away from the continent.
I don't even remember what an archipelago is. Is it something that's like surrounded by like water or something? Whitaker Island, Kit Lighter Point. Oh, it is a place, South Scrimshaw.
By an early survey team assessing the grounds for a harbour or research outpost.
Maybe the whales need to migrate? They need to like, I don't know where they are, but like they need to come here, maybe? Oh, are these the whales? Two little things here.
The body of water created between the Scrimshaw Islands is known as the Thalo Bay.
Thalo Bay? I totally thought that would be called Thalo Bay. Thalo Bay. The PH is silent.
The large inlet is exactly what a brillo whale breeding ground requires.
Oh, really? So you're saying that's where they are right now?
Regarding brillo carving, the most important feature of the bay is the chemical composition and concentration of fungal spores. For now, we will limit our discussion to the choreography of the breeding ground. 3 separate herds converged this year to give birth simultaneously. The dots estimate their prior positions. Not all brillos make this trek every year, but many more whales assist besides parents. Pregnant whales move into the centre, where they maintain as much distance from one another as possible.
You're saying they're over here? Where are these then?
Perhaps due to the unpredictable anatomy of their fellow brillos, or a vulnerability in the skin of the newborns, calves are kept segregated from all others for the first months of their life. The remaining herd forms a blockade at the mouth of the bay, while the pregnant whales deliver. As weeks pass, hunger and distraction start to erode focus on this task. The amount of time that the herd can wait is finite.
So it must be that they come here to give birth, and then I guess they migrate somewhere else?
When the time comes, all leave together at once, moving with the safety of numbers. Their destination will be one of several coral reefs.
Well, I think they left one whale behind. Maybe precisely because the mom isn't feeling well? Oh, see. It's gonna be a sad story. Or maybe, just maybe, they'll actually make the journey back together, mother and son.
The healthy cannot hazard everyone's odds of survival for the sake of a few infirm.
Yeah, I mean, I get that. That's how animals are, but that's so sad.
Our mother, wounded as she is one of several this year who befell
Oh, one of
this
several?
fate.
Well, maybe they can all get together and travel together. Even though there's not that many, you know, still better than being alone.
Outside of that season, the whales live elsewhere. Usually they are found at coral reefs and areas more productive with food. Brillos require a very high-calorie diet.
This is one.
We now find our whales here, at the border to the Great Vathis Ocean. It is a bright day in early autumn. An unseasonable cold front chills the air.
Yeah, but whales got a lot of fat, so they shouldn't be cold, right?
Below the surface, we find our mother, bracing for the journey.
So they are gonna journey alone.
Judging by her mobility, her health has much improved. The delay is likely not related to her recovering wounds.
What is it then? Is it because the baby wasn't born yet?
The distance between the Thalo Bay and the southern reef is inhabited by many large predators. Many brillo calves are taken in these waters. Her loud songs are searching for another brillo's response. She has been making these calls since before dawn. She does not want to make this journey alone.
Maybe they'll actually find some friends on the way?
The calf returns with a fresh lungful of oxygen. And quickly retreats back to the bramble under his mother. For once, he does not need to be told to stay close.
Okay, so the parting is journey time.
Undoubtedly, he can also read the change in his mother's behavior. And the unfamiliar place ahead is deeper and colder. Faintly at first, a new sound reaches them.
So there is another way up, maybe?
His mother startles. They both listen.
Friendlies?
It's another whale.
But is it friendly? I imagine in chapter 4 that we might like meet the predator.
And it is getting nearer.
Is it the father? Do they have fathers?
Booms a reply back.
I don't know how whale birthing works.
The calf's curious nature starts to show itself again. He has yet to meet a Brillo besides his mother. There. He spots something.
Don't know if you could trust something. It could also be another predator, you know, faking being a Brillo whale.
A large body begins to emerge from the hazy distance.
Look at the eyes.
To approach, but the calf still can't quite understand what he's looking at.
The whale knows something. It knows it's potentially not a friendly.
The calf's curiosity morphs into discomfort the closer it gets.
See? It knows something. It's probably a predator. Faking as a Brillo whale.
Discomfort turns into outright alarm.
The ocean is a scary ass place.
Leads to his mother in distress.
Time to run. I don't think she can run. She's so gigantic and slow.
She rebukes him in reply as if to say, "Don't be rude to the new neighbors."
Well, the new neighbor is probably a predator.
One cannot blame him for his confusion.
Oh, what the heck?
This Brillo whale's appearance was shaped to be deceptive.
Oh, really? You get to choose what you want to look like? Look at this. What the heck is this? Isn't this some kind of other gigantic ass fish? Like, this is the tail. I don't know what these are though. How do you even like design this? Like, you get to choose what gets to live on you?
It is a beautiful and ghastly example of mimicry.
Yeah, but how does it do that?
The way the jaws gently undulate is startlingly believable.
Did you purposely try to get eaten, and then you somehow killed it from the inside?
The grim exterior is the work of an important symbiotic partner.
What the heck?
The weaver lobe.
The weaver lobe? Okay, these got to be fake.
These prodigious builders turn their colonies into terrifying scarecrows by spinning and sculpting ossamer.
Ossamer. What's ossamer? That word sounds vaguely familiar.
Ossamer is a long-chain polymer found in great abundance here. It is totally novel to our researchers.
What does that mean? So it's not real? It's not a real thing? But it sounds like a word I heard before.
When soft, it is similar in texture to a neoprene diving suit. Through a curing process, it can be hardened to various levels. In its stiffest state, it resembles the chitin shell of a beetle. A second documentary team is currently compiling all of the latest discoveries.
What the heck is this? Words within words? Building bugs.
This multi-part series will focus exclusively on the insect world,
So
which
weird.
sees far more divergent evolution from Earth species than vertebrates. The title refers both to insects that build habitats and the evolutionary forces which likely constructed such insects.
Oh, okay, that was a very short documentary.
Until then, we hope our simple introduction to this material suffices.
So basically, they don't know much about it. They don't know anything, to be honest. But it's some kind of bug that builds stuff for you, apparently.
Water is channeled through the layered construction, swelling and emptying various pockets, creating animal-like locomotion. Our resident Weaverlobe expert insists that the beastly facade before us here should have taken many decades to complete.
This is a fatty bug.
It also seems unlikely that it was built from scratch on the whale's
Yeah, how even?
Perhaps if Weaverlobes are able to relocate such structures,
That seems
the
crazy.
established colony was simply carried on to the Brillow's back.
Also, you see the whale's eye over here.
Such a fearsome appearance does much to ward off predators. The reversed head may also help to confuse prey.
I mean, it confused me because I thought the head was over here, but apparently the whale's eye is over here. So this is the butt. They reversed the suit. So you see this gigantic thing just walking backwards.
Left behind, but this Brillow is a valuable addition to the ocean crossing.
Oh, is this also a mother? Oh, it is. But that whale looks different.
She, too, is a mother, looking to deliver her
Oh my
child to
god,
safety.
this game is about two mommies trying to deliver their babies to safety.
It seems that all Brillow calves are quite shy around new acquaintances. Our calf growls to himself.
Growls. Can whales growl?
Scoldings are unlikely to budge his unwelcoming attitude. Nor will the surprise of additional friends. The calf was so distracted by what was in front of him that he failed to notice what was swimming up
Uh-oh.
from behind.
Predator for real this time? Ugh. Is that another thing?
Like a faceless stone golem.
Another one?
The exterior is more bizarre.
Oh my god, there's so many mommies. It's a game about mommies and their babies.
Kind of armor, but our crew is at a loss to describe it on first sight. Like our Brillow mother, this whale may also have some kind of internal injury. She is only able to produce short, abrupt honks instead of complex songs.
Another one? It really is about
So a mother,
the mommies and their babies.
benefit her exterior provides, her presence alone will help contribute to a safe crossing.
I wonder why they all got left behind them. Like they're all injured? My god, baby whale?
Flanked by
So many new friends.
our calf seems very disturbed. New experiences may be uncomfortable now, but they will lead him to understand the Brillow way.
You're gonna have to start naming all these different whales. Because there's a lot of them now.
His mother jolts him forward with a shove of her branches. It is unlikely that more companions will show up, and there is no time left to delay.
Well, you know, we still got 4 more, so it's not bad. It's not a bad number. Although, you know, 3 are babies, so they can't do anything.
The 6 whales head out into the ocean to find their lost herd.
Don't you mean 5? Can't include her when you're saying following her lead, right? Yeah, I don't know, whatever.
The pod is now 57 kilometers from the Great Southern Reef.
What is the pod? Is the pod where they are, or where they're supposed to go? The pod? Is a group of whales called a pod?
Leg of their journey, and their path crosses over a wide abyssal trench. The parent whales set the pace at a rigorous 6 kilometers an hour. They swim in a typical defensive formation, though with only 3 adults, it is not possible to fully encircle the youths.
Couldn't the baby whales, like, somehow cling onto the mother whales? So then, like, mom could just swim?
The trek has been arduous for our little calf, but he has endured it with admirable stoicism.
Our little baby whale just born and already trying to be cool.
Slowing down is not an option. He is able to sense this himself. Something large has been following the
Uh-oh.
whales.
Predator for real this time.
It first
That's like a
appeared
shark.
in the early afternoon and has maintained the same steady distance ever since.
Aren't whales gigantic though? Are you saying that this shark is trying to eat the whale? Ambitious.
Hours passed and the mysterious animal failed to approach or make any concerning moves.
Maybe it's another friendly? One can hope. But I definitely think a predator is going to be coming
Calf's
soon.
fear of the unknown was slowly overtaken again by interest in his new Brillow companion.
Because there's no way. This is just going to be like a safe journey.
The stony-skinned mother whale and her calf now swim to his left flank. This calf was whining earlier, but seems to have calmed.
Bunch of whiny babies.
The stony mother's outer surface has slowly morphed shape throughout the day, greatly reducing in size.
How come? Is it falling off?
It is as if the exterior nodules are deflating. What mechanism triggers this change or how they shrink, we do not know.
Is that good or is it not good? I mean, if you're smaller, you swim faster, but you also have less defenses.
Overall, she is slightly more streamlined in form than earlier. Perhaps she can intentionally contract her shell for extra mobility.
These are some kind of like mutated whales. I mean, I know it's fictional, but still.
Our calf doesn't know what to make of her either.
Yeah, well, neither do I.
Below him swim the mimic mother whale and her calf.
Mimic mother whale. So you got the stone whale and then the mimic whale. And then what's our mother called? The plant whale?
Along with one of our semi-autonomous light drones.
What do you mean? This thing?
Since the autonomous side of this semi-autonomous drone has chosen to enter frame and spoil the shot,
Hilarious.
this seems an appropriate moment to talk about some of the machines used in South Scrimshaw's production.
Okay, so the documentary is called Scrimshaw, which I guess makes sense.
Almost all of our remote-operated vehicles, ROVs, are surplus from the pacification war.
What's that? Lore! Lore into this world!
When the self-appointed International Coalition declared Earth's intention to globally adopt the doctrine of resistance, they provoked the construction of a war drone fleet. An army of multi-purpose and single-purpose robots was fabricated in less than 5 days.
Is this Earth? Now I'm beginning to wonder. Because why do they keep saying Earth? Is it because there's aliens in this?
Due to the brevity of the conflict, limited mostly between Earth factions, and the eventual unconditional capitulation offered, almost none of these war machines saw deployment. Today, all can agree that avoiding a protracted land invasion or an apocalyptic scenario such as kinetic bombardment was a necessity.
Strange. Start introduce more world lore into this now.
Today, these robots represent progress and optimism instead of death and coercion. Their strike platforms decommissioned and AI reprogrammed, they are now tools of education and discovery. This declassified schematic illustrates just one of the wonderful drones at our disposal.
I feel like the drones are probably gonna backfire on you. Like the fusing outer shell. Click to page through slides. What am I looking at? Array of 500 watt LED chips. Engine. Drivetrain. Water intake. Is this fish shape? Impeller. Fixed diffuser vanes. Steering nozzle. Reverse deflector. Retro encabulator. Capacitive directant drivers. Sounds complicated. Horsefly weapon platform decommissioned. I feel like I should have removed it. Hey, but maybe it could be recommissioned and it can attack any incoming predators. Prefabulated amulite battery unit. Seawater cooling system. Ballast tank connection. Central AI control unit. Yeah, this thing seems really complicated.
We thank the Kronos 7 leadership for their continued logistical support of our project.
Who is this Kronos thing? It's gonna come into play later.
A comfortable spot for a Brillo, and the mimic mother refused to take her turn until minutes ago.
What do you mean? Swimming upside down?
Her stubbornness may not be entirely unreasonable. While upside down, her disguise
really?
as a wide-jawed monster appears to fall apart. The illusion of a toothy beast is currently broken.
Well, I mean, yeah, that does make sense, because the thing that they have on their body is from the top down, so you're upside down. You can see the whale.
Our calf gets a reassuring hum from his mother.
Do whales actually swim upside down, though?
Unease. He is safe within her nest of thorns. He must focus on swimming. But it's hard to ignore that ominous thing in the distance.
Are they saying like one of the whales have to swim upside down? Does it make them swim faster or something? Is it take her turn? Oh, that's a shark.
It's the fastest marine animal on the planet.
But I mean, it's tiny though, right? It can probably eat the baby, but it can't eat the mother, right?
For the penumbra, 6 kilometers an hour is a leisurely pace. It could comfortably stalk the whales days on end.
Unless it has a group of them, it's not only on its own.
An apex hunter,
Apex hunter.
It will preserve all possible energy for an opportune strike. Very much like a sailfish, penumbra sharks have a large dorsal fin along their back. This is kept retracted until the moment of attack.
They can retract their fins? Uh-oh.
Several flicks of the tail, it vanishes.
It's coming. My little babies are in danger from this shark.
Takes the whales and the defensive formation immediately breaks apart.
Why? Are they all running away now? Shouldn't you tighten the defensive formation?
Our calf looks down.
Uh-oh, it's coming from below.
The mimic mother has abandoned the post.
No! Wait, so... So does the whale swim upside down below them to propel them to swim faster? I don't get how this stuff works.
Nothing stands between our calf and the open.
Oh no. How could you, mimic mother? I think they all ran away. Oh jeez. That is almost a jump scare. Good lord.
The fight or flight reaction is as intense as it is instantaneous.
Is our baby whale gonna fight?
A full threat alarm floods from the hypothalamus, shooting through every nerve and chemical pathway. Adrenaline pumps into the blood. The perception of time dilates. Details of the world suddenly stand out with vivid intensity, even in this low light. 2 rows
Jaws.
of white teeth are searingly clear.
Greedy ass shark though, try to attack
Finds his
a
own
whale.
fins now move in slow motion too. Seawater suddenly feels solid, suspending him in place.
Oh, is that why they had one swimming like below them? Upside down?
Trapped in harm's way, he can only watch the events unfold. Until a tremble runs through the thorns surrounding him.
Mother to the rescue?
The mother's branches are held under tension and can be released with the force of a catapult.
Sure.
She flexes.
Don't understand, but sure.
Cords snap.
Oh, but what if that stabs the thing into her intestines more?
And in an instant, the calf is swaddled in protective barbs and makeshift spears. The shark senses the change and shifts the attack direction.
To the mother?
To the stone mother's calf.
Oh, she's still here? So mimic mother left us? So rude.
Who is exposed and helpless.
Oh no. Now our friend's in danger.
Temporarily loses consciousness. The
How?
barbed vines around him act as a net. His mother whisks him away with her.
Did you get scared and fainted?
As our calf comes to again, he
Oh, no.
finds an awful scent filling the water.
Blood from the mother, or the other mother.
He looks back to see what happened to his travel companion.
Well, they're probably hurt and, well, maybe die. Jeez. Gore for our little poor whale.
The sight horrifies. It is the reality of predation from the perspective of the prey. Because of his mother, our calf is the survivor, and not the cautionary example for others to learn from.
Wait, what does that mean? Does that mean the other mother died or the other calf died? Poor baby.
Less than 20 kilometers remain until the reef and the safety of their Brillo herd.
Okay, what the hell is this? Is this the head of a whale?
The mimic mother races ahead.
Oh, mimic mother.
The whales to their fate.
I get it, but how could you? The betrayal.
The stone mother lags behind.
Like, seriously, what is it? Is this the stone mother's head? You're saying the whale, I mean, the shark can do that?
Her movements are confused. She is still in a state of
Oh,
shock
it's her
over the
child?
death of her
Oh,
child.
shit. It kind of makes sense she's slower because she's like stone and the rock is like slowing her down.
Our calf struggles to follow. It is much harder to swim outside of a larger whale's slipstream.
Ah, the parties fell apart. The mimic mom left us and then the stone mom is falling behind.
And his mother is falling far behind again.
Really? Man, we are so screwed.
He races back to be by her side.
Although not much you can do as a baby whale.
Calf has been running ahead of her sight and then returning. The back and forth seem to coax his mother a little further each time. but now her strength has failed. She cannot even lift her fins in response.
Man, the ocean is a horrifying place. I would not go there.
Her old wounds were opened by the physical exertion to save her child's life.
Well, yeah, the branches are probably stabbing into her intestines.
She will not recover.
Man, everyone's gonna die except for our little baby whale, probably.
He whistles the familiar call to play.
But how would the baby whale make it to safety on their own?
There is no more response.
Uh-oh. Mommy whale died? Already? So fast.
She has finally slipped from consciousness.
Oh, she just fainted. What happens to a whale that's lost consciousness? Will they fall or
She
float?
can't remain with her calf any longer.
What now? Well, there's the other mother who's lost her baby, so now we have a mother that's lost their baby, and now we have a baby that's lost their mother. They have to unite to do this journey together.
Continues to press for a reaction. Desperation compounds the grief. At this age, calves are completely dependent on a mother's milk and protection. With nowhere to go, the calf remains at her side. The research team witnesses the mother's final pulses of electrical activity fade and extinguish.
I kind of figured though. It is chapter 3 departing. So it is the whales departing, but it's also like their life departing.
There is a long pause. Two researchers start a heated discussion on the ethics of intervention.
That's fascinating. Because I was thinking about that the whole time. Like, you're observing the whole thing, but you're also seeing something really sad happen. But technically, you're also not supposed to intervene, I feel like, in nature, right?
But before any consensus is reached...
Unless it's like some kind of, animal that's like, the brink of extinction, probably?
The argument is interrupted by a low rumble over the hydrophone.
Is it a shark again? Or is it the whale? I guess it might be the whale.
The stone mother never left the area.
See, it's gonna be like this mother and this baby whale is gonna unite and try to fight through this together.
She watches our calf from a distance.
I don't know about mimic whale though. She left us. She betrayed us.
A new day begins to dawn over the coral reef. Brillo whales start to stir from slumber.
They're still here? Other whales?
Together, the stone mother and our calf have arrived safely.
Really?
Though physically and emotionally depleted, neither has found any sleep. The calf gorges on milk, famished from the previous day's ordeal.
What's the mother eating then? Like, doesn't the mother also have to eat for the baby whale to have milk?
This adoption in the wild may be extraordinary to witness happen, but acts of apparent generosity have not been an uncommon sight to anyone following this intensely social species. The stone mother's exterior appears to now be fully deflated. We can see a more familiar shape underneath.
Is it erosion? Like the stone is just being eroded away?
It's the outline of a young female whale, quite small in size for an
Really?
specimen.
It's a young mother?
She has saved our calf from certain death. Perhaps our calf is helping her continue on too.
This really is the weirdest story
The
ever.
young whale finally slumbers. It is good that he takes the moment to recover while he can.
It's like, it really is like a documentary, but it's also like a narrative story
He will need the rest.
that we are witnessing.
In the morning, he will awaken to an overwhelming new world.